Hello, namaste. How are you, everybody? So, I don't know from which place in the world you're looking, um, but what I know is it's very intense time we are in. In all countries in the world, there is the shadows and there's the awakening. Both is happening, and we can be very grateful for the light warriors that already awaken. We know that those times will come. There were a lot of people who tried to wake up to this point, and still there are a lot of people sleeping, and there are a lot of people don't understand that there's much more depth behind that virus. And I recently hear a lot of people connected to me in different ways in different countries, that they are also affected by sickness, and that there is a lot of questions. There was a lot of questions before if this virus are real or not. I just want to say, in my opinion, that doesn't really, or that is not the point I'm talking about. I'm talking about that this virus is something where you can also push through different agendas. And I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy actually that I see that many people wake up to that, and that what a lot of conspiracy theories are trying to warn of since many years are now coming in light. There are a lot of truthers, there are a lot of people who already lost their life because um, they exposed certain things, and this fight is not over. This fight is in the middle of it, and it's actually, when we look from the Indian point, I felt I lived long years in India, so my soul is very connected to India. And I heard recently that many people started to chant Ram, 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 which is a very powerful mantra, and a really very, very powerful mantra for connecting to protection and for truth. That made me very happy, and that is actually the play of the good and evil just repeating itself. It was at the time of the Ramayana, it was Rama against Ravana with the help of Hanuman. He succeeded, but it was also very tricky, and it was very harsh. And um, the scriptures in India talk about the time at the end of the Kali Yuga, and the time circle, which is so high of dimensions, it's very difficult for us humans to understand and to see that in it with a human mind, to understand that there's a time circle which we are entering right now, and that is already said. That are the scriptures saying that is a Kali Yuga, that there are four yugas, that is the time ages. So there's the yuga of Satya Yuga, that is the yuga of truth, and of, so everybody was in Satya Yuga, like a guru, like a divine being. We were very healthy. We lived a long time. We cannot imagine. It was very different. Our DNA was different. Our chakras were different. Our abilities, our spiritual abilities were very, very different. Then we had the second yuga. So we have the Dwapar Yuga, and we have the Treta Yuga, and then we have the Kali Yuga. I sometimes mix the Dwapar and Treta. So I think first Treta and then Dwapar. And so then now actually you can imagine that every time we enter a new time circle, the time circle we are in is more negative than that before, and that is the Kali Yuga. So we also say in the Hindu tradition that in the beginning the truth was standing on four legs, like a share is standing on four legs. In the second yuga, the share is only standing on three legs. That was the time when Ayurveda was born, when people started to find remedies, when people connected to spiritual teachers started. There were a lot of rituals, like people had amazing faith in God. There were a lot of beautiful miracles still happened. Also in the third yuga, that was the yuga where Krishna lived in. And then when Krishna's city um, was flooded by the ocean in a tsunami, at that time the Kali Yuga started. And that are we in right now. And the scriptures are saying that there will be a point where there's so much negativity happening, there's so much injustice happening, that there will be coming out of a new being, of a new energy, and that is Kalki. And many years ago, a yogi told me that this Kalki is not a myth, that Kalki is really there. We cannot imagine with our human mind what kind of sadhana, what kind of spiritual practice this being sitting in the Himalaya preparing a human form body for a war to come, to fight for the good. And that war will be about justice, and it will be about getting our rights back as our human beings and freeing our souls. I have no clue if this is going to happen now, but I have a feeling we are entering this time of where Kalki could get awakening, because that what is happening, there are a lot of agendas and a lot of truths comes out and will come out. You will see in the next weeks and months a lot of things, and it will force people to look at things they could never imagine. And there are a lot of light workers who already know those things. There are a lot of people who got prepared, and even we have to digest that those things really coming true, because especially if you're really connecting on a spiritual path, you are feeling the oneness with people and beings, and even with the people who are doing evil, because you're feeling so much pity and love for each soul, because you understand that there's a oneness in everything. So to hold that feelings of, of all that is it's a lot to handle for many souls who are entered the enlightenment stage and who also are here for some reasons. And then there are people who don't even do so much sadhana, who don't even know about this Kali Yuga and things, but they're amazing souls, amazing truthers, amazing people who are just really risking their life to getting the truth out of you. So I want to just say, please, I beg you from the bottom of my heart, open your mind to what people try to tell you. There are a lot of stories, conspiracy theories, who are also not true, okay? But you can feel in your heart, you can really, when you close your eyes and then you feel if somebody's really trying to tell you something here, that you can feel that energy. And there are people who they beg you to listen to them. So, for example, Laura Eisenhower, it's one of the really amazing souls I never met personally yet. Unfortunately, I hope there will be a connection in the future. I know that YouTube channel she has, it might be too much for many of you, but she is a great-grand, how you say in English, child of Eisenhower, who was the president of America. She knows firsthand of her family. She knows so many secrets. There's so much agendas behind it. It's not about, please, it's not about if the virus is true, if Trump is a good person or not good person. It's not about those things. Look deeper. Look behind all that energy which is there. We call it, in the Western spirituality, we call it matrix. In the Eastern spirituality, we call it Maya. We are living in a Maya. That means illusion, which is huge. And this is a learning planet, and we have an amazing opportunity right now to do the right things, to standing up for the truth of what we believe, and the ethic and the beautiful connection to the divine, because we human beings have so much capacities. That is what the yogis and the sadhus who are working on the white side trying to tell. They're trying to teach that. They're trying since many thousands of years to tell that. But many people think it's a myth. Many people think that oneness is something you can do in your mind, or it's something which you can fulfill with outer things, or you can have, um, you know, some safety net you can build in your sadhana. And it's all about completely, purely connecting to the divine and knowing that your body might even travel into a light body, but even you might even lose a body in this life. And you are much more than that, because nobody can kill your soul normally, but you can kill your soul if you're on the wrong path. That is possible. And now it's really for many souls is the choosing of what they do. Are they first able to believe what is going on in a deeper level? Are they even able to open their eyes that there's more behind the illusion of what they think there is? And the next step is, on which side are they standing, on the spiritual soul side with their soul? What is the soul level here? And that is played out now amazingly. And in my opinion, this is just the start. It's a really amazing time. If we lose that, if the light loses that, we are really, I have to say some word I normally don't use, but we're really super fucked up, everybody. Really, this is, we don't want to get shipped, okay? We don't want to be under agenda who's force tracking every step we're doing and changing our minds to mind control and stuff, okay? If you think I'm making this up, please do your research, okay? That is something we should not let that happen. And in this illusion time we are right now, there's a big chance people waking up. There's a big chance. And I'm really no, it's very difficult on many levels. I personally miss my mom very much. It's Eastern. She should be here right now with us. And I have a very hard time with that because she lives far away. And I'm worried, of course. We worry financially. We don't know what the next step is. We have to go in our seminar house. We cannot have guests here right now. I never was very afraid to get sick because I'm just not. And I know that you can do a lot to boost your immune system. And I personally think that having fear of sickness is lowering the immune system very strongly. And we should really look into one beautiful thing, what New York does right now. I mean, there are a lot of crazy things, but one beautiful thing is New York gives vitamin C in the hospitals to, not all hospitals do that, but some hospitals give vitamin C to the people, and that is the way to go. We should boost the immune system of the people, and we should not take away the freedom of speech. We should not make a controlling situation where everybody's obeying and where you have to be careful what you're saying, otherwise you might be blocked on Twitter or YouTube or something. And things like this starting to happening. So it shows me we're in the middle of an amazing awakening, because why you should block somebody who's telling lies anyway. So if people get blocked, there's always a reason for it, right? And there's a lot of censorship, especially in Germany. Today there was a demonstration in Germany, in Berlin, for the normal rights, for the normal rights we have normally, and people got really in trouble, and the police arrested them. I don't know for what they got arrested, but I feel there's a lot of energy building up. And of course, it's not difficult. We can stay at home. We can boost our immune system. This is all okay. We can be for some time quarantine, but the government should also see where they cross the lines of where they working with the fear, what is going on, and many people waking up to many different agendas. And I have to say, this is a really intense time in this Kali Yuga. And please do research, please question everything you hear. And there's some beautiful saying I heard yesterday in a talk I looked And that is, you enter a truth and then you're like, wow, this is amazing. You enter a new room where you're like, oh my gosh. And then you see, oh, there are 5 more doors to go. And then you enter more truths and more truths and more truths. We also call it the rabbit hole. And of course, we can be also sometimes wrong. And I leave it at this point, other choosers to come with the facts and to say what they find out. But I just want to tell you, open your mind. It is a really special, special time we are in now. And one thing we cannot let happen is that fear wins over us. That is very important. And we have to really keep our freedom of speech. That is really, really important. So I don't know if the time of Kalki is really there yet. My feeling is it's not there yet. That is a different time zone even from now. I feel we could have a transmission to a very peaceful, beautiful new time age if we wake up and if we come up with the truth and if we respect each and every soul on a beautiful oneness level. And at the same time, I have a doubt if the human of the if the people are ready for that. That is a question also I have, and I pray for that. And I'm very happy actually to be incarnated in this time. It's a really, really, really special time of many light workers waited for a long time. Same time, it's scary with what power the negative side is trying to force things on us. And that is not the first time this happened. This is not the first attempt that happened. We see it in many battles of the good and the evil and the Rakshasas and the Devatas, as I come from the Indian tradition. That is especially what it is. And there are a lot of there are a lot of demonic forces, there are a lot of vampire forces, there are a lot of energies which feeding of fear and feeding also of other things. And that is actually the same war Hanuman fought together with Rama. And so I was very, very happy when I heard that many people in India chanting Ram, Ram, Ram. That is a very powerful mantra for peace and freedom and justice. So I chant now the Hanuman Chalisa, and I hope you are okay and you feel well, and we should pray to the divine and for the divine. This is very important. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.